Folks, with all the legitimate, small oddities and inconveniences that have popped up with the web rework over these last few days, I think we're all missing something pretty darn drastic about one of the new changes that came with it. That being the new mechanics behind trapping spiders. Now, it used to be that when a spider was trapped, they died instantly. But now both Weber and all other survivors, mind you, simply plopped them into their inventories. No big deal, right? It was simply added for easier transport, right? Sure, but there is actually a pretty darn big deal here. And I'm here to tell you all about it. So listen up. And there's no need to overcomplicate things. So be prepared for something so flippin' obvious that it might actually hurt. Here's the deal. A regular tier 3 den will spawn 9 normal spiders, and it won't attempt to respawn any until one of those 9 are dead, even if we make some loyal and wander all the way across the map. Now that makes sense, but begin to trap some of these spiders, and suddenly the game thinks they are dead, and the 90-second spider respawn timer begins, as you can see here. The thing is, though, the spider isn't dead. It's alive and well in our inventory. And even dropping said spider will not pause the timer, because in the game's mind now, that particular spider is now homeless and doesn't belong to the den it came from. So just like that, we have essentially duplicated spiders, everyone. But hold up, Beard. Normal spiders are flippin' easy to amass. How about warriors? Can we actually duplicate them? Oh, for sure, friends. And it's even easier, actually. Surround a tier 2 and/or 3 spider den with traps, hit the den when ready, trap every single spider that emerges, including what should be the 4 warriors, replant your traps, wait out the roughly 90 seconds for spiders to respawn, hit the den again, and you should get 2 more additional spider warriors just like that. Yes, it is that easy. Repeat the same steps over and over and over again as many flippin' times as you want for 2 warrior spiders every 90 seconds, folks. And the best part, this can be achieved super early on the boots, as all you need is a simple science machine in order to make a simple single razor. As the razor's gonna help you shave dens early on for at least 3 silk each, even if they're tier 1, mind you, which is already pretty darn incredible. As all you need is 10 silk to upgrade another den to a tier 3. And heck, you spawn with spider eggs for Pete's sake, folks. Shave dens, get silk, use silk, and you've now created a spider warrior farm in no time. Then all you need is basic grass and twigs for traps, which by the way have 8 uses in total, and without any switcherdoodles, you have now begun the steps to build an army of special spiders for quote-unquote free. No, seriously, allow me to highlight what we have just done and what we're about to do here. This new ability to force the game to duplicate spiders with traps allows us to forego darn near every single switcherdoodle in the entire game now. We can just have the game naturally create our soldiers for us for free, as I said. Now keep in mind that we'll also be somewhat saving on meat here too. Not much, as we'll still have to make spiders loyal, of course. However, here's one other tip that might ease that even. You could just build a walled off, decorated spider den and use it to house your homeless spiders until you need them. Just drop the spiders in your inventory near the den. They'll become friendly, they won't break the walls, they'll stay there until you want them. You feed the spiders in close proximity, and that's going to result in multiple friends per one feeding. So there you go. No, seriously, that is the gist of it, folks. But if you are looking to go beyond normal and warrior spiders, then don't worry. We'll be talking about the others now. To make life really easy though, you will be needing a webby whistle or two. So don't forget it. Cause yes, a webby whistle actually works on every single spider den type in the flippin' game. So then, if you're wanting spitters in your ranks, why not head down into your stalagmite and or red mush tree forest biomes in order to whistle them out of their dens and into your traps. Now only 2 to 3 spiders are going to be in a stalagmite, and spitters have a 33% chance to be one of those spiders, so make note there. But if you don't get the spiders you want, you don't have to wait that long, because you can either force spiders back into their dens via an earthquake, or you can just wait out the also very quick respawn timer, as you can see. But why is all the focus on the spitters and not the cave spider's beard? Well, mostly because spitters are just better at the end of the day. More health at 350 total, 20 damage each, which is standard for spiders, yes. However, spitters attack way faster than the others, and they're ranged, of course. Listen, the method works for all spiders, so if you do want cave spiders, then just flip and go for it. However, I have two other suggestions even beyond spitters here that are still better. Shattered spiders and dangling depth dwellers. So while we are already down here, best look to the ladder. And we've got lots and lots of ways to look for them, if you know what I mean. Blue mush tree forests, the webbed mush trees, the village biome, stalagmite biomes, and oh yeah, the flippin' labyrinth, of course. Now, the webby whistle works on all of their types of dens, but if you're wanting ridiculous numbers, then you're looking at the best bet right here, because it's also ridiculously fast. I did the math. It seems like depth dwellers respawn every 3 minutes or so, which yes, is slower than the rest for sure, but come on now. Do you see their numbers here? Their availability is unbeatable. Well, down in the caves at least. Because here's the deal, everyone. Dangling depth dwellers are essentially just reskinned spider warriors, but with less range to them when they actually leap. So all I'm saying is that sticking to warriors while on the surface is going to be better than trying to make anything happen from the caves happen where it shouldn't, if you know what I mean. And heck, with how quickly warriors respawn, perhaps you should just bring them down to the caves instead. But you do you. But how about them shattered spiders' beard? How are they through all this? Well, surprisingly pretty darn good, I think. Bearing in mind that their dens are non-renewable, we have got two options. Use a webby whistle to get them out and into our traps like always, or doing that, plus forcing additional shadow spiders out through mining their holes on occasion. Now, if you need or want them fast, go for it. But you will begin to lose out on the numbers the more that you do this. So yeah, don't do it. And the same's gonna go with the stalagmites, mind you. Perhaps do it once or twice, and then just wait out the comparable respawn timers for sure. But again, you do you. But seriously, I think I only just now discovered that pretty much every spider type besides dwellers respawn at the same flippin' time. So that's good stuff. But why on earth would someone go through all the trouble of having to go to and from the lunar island for a nice chunk of shattered spider's beard? Well, they do have 250 health, meaning that they're going to take more than one hit most of the time, especially with some AoE attacks, which is nice. They deal 25 damage a hit, which is actually the highest out of all spiders in the game. They have an additional attack that is ranged and deals 10 damage, which ain't great, but it does add up quickly, of course. And their last highlight is actually their attack speed, as it's not as fast as spitters, but it does seem faster than the others at times. I mean, they dropped Dragonfly here by 3,000 health in 30 seconds without a single hit from me. And that's gotta count for something. But before we go, there is one last thing that we have got to mention. Farming spiders from the Spider Queen itself. Heck, call it 2, 3, 4, or even more Spider Queens at that if you wish. Now, I will totally admit that I half-heartedly set this up, but the idea is absolutely sound, so listen up. Spider Queens cannot despawn if another is nearby, so if we lock them in together, they will just roam forever, spawning spiders every 10-ish seconds, of course. So if we keep their aggro, that means we're also going to have a 22-ish% chance at one of those spiders being a nurse spider. Now you know where I'm going, I think. Now, the switcherdoodles of both the shattered spiders and the nurse spiders are by far the cheapest. However, if you still want, like, the ultimate duplicating spider farm, you're looking at it. Trap and have spider queens do practically all the work for you, folks. Because you'll get warriors on occasion too, mind you. Good luck, and just be a lot smarter than this bearded idiot when setting it up and working it. Statues are going to be your best friends, by the by, as while spiders can get through them, queens cannot. But there you have it, everyone. A somewhat unusual guide from yours truly, but I felt like it needed to be made just given all that I've been seeing and hearing about the Weber rework lately. And more specifically, this very particular mechanic, actually. Listen, Ain't no spider army gonna fit in your pockets. And there's absolutely still some jank to inventory spiders, and loyalty, and all of that. But if you just slow it down and just understand what we're doing right here, right now, things kinda get interesting. No switcherdoodles needed, ever. Little monster meat needed, forever. And it's all accomplished with frickin' grass and twigs. Enjoy it, folks. Thanks for watching. Well wishes to all. Soak it up. And I'll see ya in the next one. Bye-bye.